that it wouldn't take much for civilized people to turn on each other. A wise man once said something like humanity is perpetually 9 meals away from utter barbarism. How comfortable I seriously am with just myself. Yeah, turns out my preferred amount of social interaction can be summed up as quarantine. You should take the time to spend with those you love. And it showed me my list of people who I love should have been a lot shorter than I'll let it be. Alcohol doesn't improve my life, it just feels good for a moment. 9 months sober. Congrats you /bugaboo 2013. One of the things I realized way back in my drinking days, getting drunk didn't solve the problem. The problem was still there and now a drunk was trying to solve it. Keep at it, dude or dudette. I like people not being near me. Yup. People standing 6 feet apart in lines is *NICE*, for instance. People are shittier than I expected. 20 plus years in retail, they were exactly what I expected. Apparently, toilet paper is more valuable than anything. I will never forgive the hordes of people who reacted that way. Fuck's sake. If your plan relies on everyone working together, it is doomed to fail. Pandemic was just the proverbial group project in school all over again. A couple of intelligent and hard-working people trying to keep everything from falling apart, while the rest sit on their or choose to straight up sabotage everything. Yet somehow everyone gets the exact same grade. Just because they are voted officials, it's clear they aren't the smartest, nor do they have your best interest in mind. The extent to which politicians will sell out public health for their political advantage is much higher than I thought. Usually life or death situations are good for all politicians. Just be a voice of stability and hope and you're good. We all pull together and get through it. This time, dividing us intentionally to cause chaos? I still can't believe real people did that. What's that old saying? We're all just 3 meals away from total chaos? I've been thinking about that adage a lot the past few years. Edit. Holy hell, it never ceases to amaze me when a throwaway comment resonates like this. The last time I got anywhere near this number of upvotes was when I casually said I've never been to a Waffle House. Edit 2. Nothing to add. Just wanted to piss off the C*** who doesn't like edits. As a chef I can actually confirm some people are only a 10-minute wait away from total chaos. The supply chain is far leaner and vulnerable to the vagaries of pandemic conditions than most had thought. I work in supply chain. Everyone from my chain of command to truckers to terminal management were all saying the same thing. Last year was the single worst they had ever seen it. Can only hope there are big changes in the pipe. When the S** really hits the fan, we're fucked. Yep. Movies taught me that if something terrible enough happens humanity will band together and defeat it. Lies. Most schools weren't as ready to switch to digital methods as they bragged about. A lot of families aren't ready for digital learning either. Not everyone has a computer for every child, let alone broadband internet access, or an adult to stay home with the kids. Lockdown really pointed out the difference between the haves and the have-nots. Your employer will spend more telling everyone that they value your work than showing it to you. Corporate profits don't trump control, even though for many companies 2021/2022 were banger years. You gotta get your butt back into their ill-equipped office because they say so. Government made rules they didn't follow themselves. The veneer of control is thin. Supply chain is very sensitive. People care more about things being easy than thinking about them critically. Sound bites and influencers are more important than scientific facts. People will make life-threatening decisions because some ignorant chat on Instagram made a pretty presentation full of lies and fake news. Non-essential jobs pay a lot more than essential ones. So fucking true. I work in food retail. I was called essential. Certainly did not feel essential and still don't. But at least they said stuff like thanks and good job. We need to teach statistics and critical thinking better. I knew the average person was pretty dumb, but man did the pandemic shine a giant spotlight on how bad things truly are, and how much of a negative effect that can have on the population as a whole. If there was ever a zombie attack, people would definitely lie about being bit. The entire reaction to zombie attacks in movies and stories is entirely realistic to me now. I remember watching 28 Days Later and doubting how everything got that bad that quick. Post-COVID I'd say it's realistic. People are dumb as F asterisk asterisk asterisk. A decent amount of people I work with surprised me a lot during the pandemic. People I used to have some respect for revealed themselves as complete idiots. It was really sobering. During COVID I was laid off for months and spent that whole time keeping up to date on everything going on in the world. I mean everything I possibly could. Every single day. I reached the point of obsessive and the massive amount of negative crushed me. There was so much bad going on, so much suffering that eventually, one day I just set it all down and said I'll check in a month. Best decision I made that year. The only thing that kept my sanity. Just taking time away and not bathing in it every day. Edit. Holy cow, thanks for the silver. Hope everyone is doing better now. 2020 was the longest decade of my life. Edit. Holy cow, thanks for the gold. Take care of yourselves, people. I took up quokka videos as a therapy for the news. This is a very underrated comment. My wife and I had to the same. For our own sanity. It was all we could think and talk about. It was literally freeing when we agreed to not check the news at all. Most grown adults are nasty and have to be reminded to wash their hands. Even now, I work with several people who still do not wash their hands after using the toilet. If in a really dangerous situation that requires unity, we are fucked. Bottle caps won't be the new currency, toilet paper will. People make irrational decisions when afraid. Fear is the mind killer. That 50% of jobs can be done from home, while the other 50% deserve more than they're being paid. Bosses, hey essential workers, thanks for working through the pandemic. Workers, oh we are essential, can we have a pay rise? Bosses, nope, get back to work.